Hey, I'm Jefe, and on this adventure, we're heading up to Schofield Reservoir to do some ice fishing. So I drove up yesterday and hung out with Robbie for the day. So I just stopped by Robbie's shop, but I didn't know it was his 500th video release surprise party.
I had no idea either.
I pull into the parking lot, there's not a single parking stall available, but found a spot across the street.
Yeah.
And I got free lunch.
That's right.
Which I had a Robbie burger and Robbie fries. They were delicious.
You might notice this is an XJ. You might notice this is a JK bumper. So this is going to be called the XJK. Whoa.
This thing's pretty. I love the color.
Dude, look at it. It's all custom
man.
leather wrapped dash. And it's going to be lit like a Christmas tree.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a lot of light.
Well,
if you want to check out what Robbie does, he does a fantastic job with cars. Go to Robbie Layton on YouTube.
and you guys go watch my videos and come back and keep supporting Jefe.
We don't get this white stuff down where I'm from, so it was a shocker to wake up to all of it. Hopefully we can still make it up to the reservoir, but I'm gonna run into Maverick and grab some breakfast. All right. I know it's not the best breakfast. We're gonna be meeting up with Paul. He's a military veteran from Mount Pleasant, and he's gonna be showing us how to do some ice fishing. This is like the first real snowstorm of the winter, and we need it. All right, hopefully the roads have been plowed for us, and we're gonna go find Paul. I've never had this sandwich. Not too bad. It's finally bright enough to film, so we're heading up on the mountain. This is Paul, and Paul's taking us ice fishing. Paul, what'd you do in the military?
I was in 91 Whiskey, combat medic, airborne. I was in 4 years.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, there's Schofield, off in the distance. Gotta catch a picture of that sign. All right, it's time to go freeze. Hopefully not. Time to put on some big old boots. All right, we got the sled all loaded up and ready to head out onto the lake. So you even brought a sled. I was gonna hoof it all out on foot.
There's so much stuff.
Oh, these boots are a lifesaver, man. I can already tell. So I forgot what it's like in this cold. You can feel like it hurts to breathe. So we made it out here. Now, time to drill some holes, set up the tent, and get warmed up.
That's deep.
Yeah, you can drive a truck on that. Woo-wee. Mind if I drill the last one?
Go for it.
All right. That way I can say I helped, all right? Oh. I think we're losing battery. Oh, almost there. We got it. Woo! It is. You can tell it's going to be warm in here. Ooh, we got a heater. Yeah. All right, we're in here, all set up. Got all the 4 holes drilled out. What's wrong with our worms?
Frozen solid.
This is awesome. I am super excited for this, man. So, I'm using a special pole today that's frozen. Rhett got me this for Christmas. So I'm gonna see if I can catch a fish with it. It better be good luck, Rhett. Oh man, that pole is frozen solid. Starting to warm up nice in here. So how far down do you usually go?
I don't know. I've heard drop it at the bottom, like tap on the bottom, let the dust come up a little bit, and maybe they'll, you know, see something stirring up.
If I catch something with this, that'll be incredible.
I think it's a good chance you will.
What color should I start with?
Yellow?
Yellow, all right. Oh, my beard's starting to melt. All the ice, yeah, it's thawed out.
If you want to try it, this is goat cheese I made.
Oh, really? All right. I'm gonna have to try some of this goat cheese out.
Yeah, tell me what you think.
Then just drop it in. So you just bob that one up and down and try and rattle it.
I heard about like an inch, not much, you know, like jig it.
All right, this is the cheese going in on Rhett's pole. Oh, you got a fish? Nice. Fish on already. What were you using?
That.
Oh, he's right here. Ooh, look at that. Yeah. Heck yeah, dude. Right out the gate. You didn't even get it all the way to the bottom. Was that bread?
Yeah, and a worm on one barb, like just a piece of a worm and a piece of bread and one barb free.
Nice. That's a pretty fish. What kind of fish is it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe a rainbow,
huh? Nice. Good job, man.
I'm not so sure what we can keep.
We can look it up really quick. Oh yeah, there's a size limit. I know Kolob's the same way.
So maybe we should keep some.
Yeah, I think we should keep some and try and grill them up tonight.
Okay.
We'll see if I have the same luck. It's pretty good. Best goat cheese I've ever had. Okay, limit is 4 trout combined, so rainbow or whatever. So cutthroat have these gray markings on them. Rainbow is above, cutthroat's the little gray patches. So that was probably a rainbow. And tiger trout look like that'd be cool to catch a tiger.
They're so pretty, yeah, tigers.
Wow. You can see the cheese all the way down there. That's a nice way to get across the lake.
Yeah.
So far, only one fish. And he bit right away. So I was like really hopeful. It had me excited for a second there that we were going to just start catching fish left and right, and then
Yeah.
nothing. My root beer froze. Man, we should have kept that trout.
Yeah.
Other than that first fish that Paul caught, we haven't caught a single thing. And he caught it like that, dropped it in, caught it. So I'm gonna try some power bait, just straight up orange. Oh man, that's hard to get out of there when it's cold. Okay, let's see if that works. Okay, orange power bait is not paying off right now. Nothing's paying off right now. We aren't catching anything. I had a fish nibbling on the bait, but that's about it. I'm gonna leave that in. I'm gonna pull up this pink monstrosity and hook it with some bait. So, I heard a story about you getting blown up in Iraq. What exactly happened in Iraq to you?
So what had happened is I was a medic.
Okay.
You know, so we'd go out the wire, you know, all the guys always gotta have a medic when they run missions. And
Yep.
in this particular mission, we were escorting our captain. What had happened is the area was under Marine control, and the Marines gave the Iraqi National Guard a bunch of arms.
Okay.
And then they decided that they wanted the army to go get the arms back from the Iraqi National Guard. So they sent a captain to go negotiate the weapons transfer. I was in an escort vehicle, driving an escort vehicle. So we go and we had orders to talk to our captain had to talk to their colonel. And if their colonel wasn't there, we were supposed to put another time to go back. So the first day we went, the colonel wasn't there, and they said, hey, come back tomorrow at noon. So we went back. Then the next day at noon, the captain went in, you know, behind a berm. And I could show you a picture. You know, behind a berm, behind a big wall, onto the compound, and we were outside waiting for him. And at this place in Ramadi was right next to a gas station. And like in Ramadi, you know, it's a pretty big city, but there's only a couple gas stations. So usually there's like cars lined up down the road for gas, which was the case. But, well, I've probably lost some of my memory, but
Yeah.
from the memory that I do have, you know, you turn around and everybody's gone, you know, like hundreds of people are gone.
Just disappeared, huh?
So I said, hey, Sergeant Smith, to my buddy, like, hey, look, there's nobody there at the gas station, everybody's gone. So he got out of the Humvee, and then because he got out of the Humvee, I got out of the Humvee too, and I was, you know, you're kind of trying to keep your head low, looking around, like, for a sniper, kind of. And next thing I know, I hear screeching tires, and I start turning to my left, you know, start kind of raising my rifle around, and then I saw a car driving straight at me with this, you know, this guy gripping the steering wheel, like showing his teeth, like this, and driving a car like straight at me.
Holy cow.
And then he swerved a little bit to his right, and then it detonated. You know,
Ooh.
time began to. It like froze. You know, like next thing I know, I see this ball. It looked like a little miniature sun. You know, like 20 feet high. It looked like neon, and now I recognize it right now. Also, like, I lost my hearing, you know, at that point in time, when time seemed like it was freezing down, you know, I heard a high pitch, like, wing.
I just your ears ringing, huh?
Yeah, so now I recognize it's the ringing in my ears that I, you know, have for my life. But feel the heat, and I started looking away, and I was looking at the ground. And you know how the snow kind of like dances across the road when it's getting blown?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching the sand do that. Something said to me, Paul, you better dive on the ground or you're gonna die. And I was leaping off, went to go dive, and I was leaping off my back foot, and then next thing I know, I was waking up, you know, 50 yards away.
Oh wow.
With you know, blown up, pretty confused, you know.
So it blew you back pretty far, huh?
Yeah, it picked me up and threw me, and when I came to, you know, I came to real confused. Like, I knew, like, the worst thing that ever happened to me just, like, dropped on my head, and I made my way back to the Humvee. On the way back to the Humvee, I stopped at my sergeant, Sergeant Smith, who was unconscious, that I gave chest compressions to, and he came back, and then I got to the Humvee, and the gunner, he had got knocked down from the turret, and he was like semi-conscious, but not like completely unconscious, but like really like dazed, and we were all bleeding from our ears. And I pulled him out of the Humvee and drug him back behind the berm. And then went back to the Humvee, radioed for help. You can't hear if anybody's
you
coming.
can't hear the
all you can
return
do is
call,
call
huh?
out. I couldn't hear, if anyone was coming.
How old were you when this happened?
Oh, 24.
24. So nobody died though, huh?
Just the VBID driver, VBIED.
Somebody was watching out for you guys.
Yeah.
That's scary.
That's what the Army said at my retirement. Yeah, they did.
So they forced retired you after that, huh?
They medically retired me. Yeah, 2004 on Veterans Day.
On Veterans Day, blown up. That's scary, man. That's more than I've had to deal with. The closest anything I had to deal with was we got mortared like day one of being in Iraq, and they hit 10 yards away from our fuel truck. And, And I was like, and it was a dud.
Oh no!
So all we felt was thunk.
You're like, run!
What the crap is that? We were in a building, and the fuel truck was right next to the building, and that's the closest I've ever come. But I got respect for you guys that go outside the wire and did that kind of stuff. So, well, I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you're out here fishing with me. So,
yeah,
even if
too.
we're not catching anything, we're still fishing.
Yeah, nature heals.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of people know what soldiers have seen and what they've dealt with over there. Like there's a crazy side to war, and most Americans don't even think about it. They go get their chai latte from Starbucks, and then they just don't think about there's people out there that have seen. I mean, it's even cops and firefighters, and like they've all seen just crazy and been through crazy situations.
It's the darkest corner of humanity.
Yep. What have you found that helps you live with this?
Well, it does help me because,
like, talking about it helps?
Yeah, I have always talked about it. And I know, like, my heart's clean. Like, I help save people, and I don't, fortunately, I never was in had to make a call like that was regrettable. Yeah, nature helps, it does. Nature helps animals.
I think that's another thing that people don't understand. Like, so my brother, he got a Purple Heart, and he got blown up as well. And some people were looking at it like he was bragging about it, and it's like, no, this isn't bragging. This is an understanding of where people are coming from, and I think more Americans need to know like what Iraq and Afghanistan were truly like, what it's truly like to be over there. And I hope we never lose sight of it. So whenever we choose, if we have to go to war, that it's like, okay, this is like we have to, or America's going down, not. And then we don't take it lightly, because there's a lot, like it affects a lot of people.
So like, I have a Purple Heart, and the way I see it, you can say nothing, but in a way you also represent, all those that died got a Purple Heart.
Yeah.
And so in a lot of ways you represent them.
Yeah. We go through a lot, so others don't have to.
Yeah. If you're a veteran, follow Jefe.
Come on an adventure with me.
I think my kids helped me out a lot.
Yeah, they give you purpose.
Yeah, when I came back, it was a pretty dark place. The world.
Yeah, you've got to be like, I'm torn when it comes to suicide, right? Like, I feel bad for the people who have done it, and I have sympathy for them. But at the same time, especially when they have kids, I'm like, you're a selfish individual, because now the mind, you just destroyed those kids' lives. So I don't understand how you can do something like that, because everybody has somebody who loves them in this world. So
yeah, guys got to reach out.
Yep.
You're not alone, brothers.
Yep.
Sisters.
After ice fishing for a couple hours, without catching anything, we decided to pack up and try a different location. But first, we needed to get lunch. All right. This doesn't look like the type of establishment to have food up here, but we're gonna see.
Let's give it a look.
Yeah. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. All right, so we just bumped into a local fisher, Tony, right?
Yeah,
Okay. And he's gonna, you make these?
I make these.
All right,
Me and my
cool.
family. So
He's gonna show us the right bait to use out
recently we've, this lake changes quite a bit.
Uh-huh.
Last couple weekends they've been biting smaller stuff. We've had this, our bloodshed color. Those two we've had killer luck on. The Victoria's Violet.
there. This one?
Yep,
Okay.
has killed it.
Then let's get one of those and one of. And what do you hook them onto?
As far as tipping them, or
Yeah. Oh, they're already ready
oh,
to
they've
go.
already jigged, ready to go. Yeah.
So you just drop these in and
Yep,
pop them up and
everything.
down?
We make sure you are ready to roll with our products.
Awesome. That's sweet.
Give those a try, and then try that too.
Okay. Awesome. Oh, those glow, huh?
Yep.
Okay. We're gonna give it a shot.
Awesome, man.
All right, we got full bellies, re-energized, and we're heading back out to the lake. And we're not gonna go as deep this time. We're only gonna drag that sled out like 20 yards, yep. That guy's got a lot weighing on this if we don't catch fish. And he recommended all those lures.
Oh, you got some?
Yeah, so that's what he recommended to
These,
try.
Giant.
All right, we got to the different spot. We're gonna go try. I guess we're by the dam and the inlet. This is an inlet, right? The outlet. Something. But there's a lot of people here, so it must be the right spot. We're gonna unload and head on down.
Well, I have the same battery as you.
Okay. All right, take two. So the guy that we were talking to that fishes out here and they bought the lures from said we need to be in 10 feet of water. So I'm gonna go try and find 10 feet. That's about 16 feet. 9, 10, 11, 11. So 3 feet that way, we're good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I tried this little guy. He didn't work. Now it's time to try the big one. Those guys. It's amazing how much warmer it is in here.
Mm-hmm. That wind.
Yep. That's what we're going with. Man, I can't believe how fast he caught that first one.
Yeah.
And then nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just blowing my mind.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, what? Why?
Oh yeah, you can see him now.
The fish or the bottom?
The bottom. Oh yeah, you can see it in this. Tony gave me some chubs. So he said to cut them into pieces and hook them onto your bait, depending on the size of the bait, and they'll go crazy for it. We got like an hour left, probably, before we got to get out of here. So we're gonna, hopefully this works. You want to try a piece of this?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right, that's what I'm going with. Tony will probably say you hooked it on wrong. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we were catching striper in Lake Powell. But this is fishing. Changing bait, trying new things, trying to figure out what works and what the fish want, what they go crazy for. All right, we'll let you guys know if it works one way or another. Well, you know me, in my fashion, we caught a fish and we didn't have the camera on, but he's under 15, so we can keep him. All right, one down. I caught him on this. So the purple one with a little worm on it. So we gotta get back in the water because that's awesome. We finally caught a fish. Another one. We caught one this morning. Hopefully we catch more than one this afternoon. He's still there. There's a big fish down there. Oh, he's on it. He's on it. See him? Dang it! No! I saw him grab it and I pulled and he got away. That guy was that big. Did you see that? I hope the camera picked it up. Oh man, that was awesome. We definitely moving to this spot was perfect. Dude, you need to try medium-sized one. This is too big. It's too big for them to get it in their mouth. That's the third one that's tried grabbing it. See, look, he ripped the worm off. He probably gnawed on it. Oh, here we go, here we go.
Oh, it got off.
No!
It got off. You saw that though, right?
Yeah. Oh, and that was on that little one?
Yeah.
The white. It's the white. We got to do the white. Oh, there he is. We got some fish swimming around right below us. Oh, look at him.
I can't see him.
He just swam by. He got him. He got him. He got him. That's a big fish. That's a big fish. Oh, yeah. Look at that beauty. Yeah. Woo! Another rainbow. Yes.
Ready?
Uh-huh. That's cool. Let's see that fish. Oh yeah, we're finally catching fish. Yeah. Dude, that was so cool watching him eat it. Brought them right in. They're not even interested in these baits. All right. Well, no more luck catching fish, but it was still a good time. We got to get out of here before it gets dark, though. So we're gonna start packing up.
Yeah, it is pretty short.
Put a brand new blade on it. All right, look at this snowstorm coming in. Whew. Whew. Hey, these are not winter boots. These are winter boots. All right, we made it back to the truck. Looks like it's been snowing on the east side of the mountain, so we might have some snow to go through. Hopefully we don't have too big of problems. Because I didn't bring chains. You can tell I don't live in the snow. That was fun.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, so I heard something from a mutual friend that you shot something crazy in your front yard.
Yeah, so last spring we were working in the garden all day, getting it ready, and we had even let our 2-year-old, you know, play around the yard by himself. And we worked till about sundown, and then we went inside, and then my dad comes running in about 15 minutes later saying there's a cougar in the front tree. So I told my wife, grab a camera and get the baby, you gotta see this. And I went out and I shot it out of the tree with this 10mm pistol I got.
That's crazy. It's scary when mountain lions start getting overpopulated enough to where they start entering like towns,
people's backyards.
Yeah.
Heading into town.
And you obviously had to protect your livestock and your family.
Yeah, we have goats and chickens and
That's what probably
ducks.
brought that mountain lion in.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
That's crazy.
And then we ate it.
You did? How?
Yeah, enough people said, "Hey, you gonna eat that cougar? Did you eat? Are you gonna try it?" I heard it's good, so we decided we cut up a roast and cooked it up, and it was like as good as any really good roast that you ever ate.
Huh. I've heard that. I've heard that it's really good meat.
Yeah, it was great.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah,
and thanks for taking me ice fishing. And thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
Oh, -2? -2? Are you kidding me? That dropped fast.